Attention stations, promos for next week's show and excerpts from tonight's show will begin in 15 seconds.
Live via satellite from the entertainment capital of the world, AT&T presents North America's #1 interactive rock radio program, Rockline. Rockline is brought to you by AT&T. It's all within your reach. By the Air Force, Aim High, Air Force, and by Alpine Electronics. Alpine, your car is ready. Tonight, Rockline brings you a special evening of live music, conversation, and your phone calls for Creed. And a little later on, Jimmie's Chicken Shack will join us. To speak with either of tonight's guests, call our toll-free number at 1-800-344-ROCK. That's 1-800-344-7625. Now, a man who is his own prison, Bob Coburn.
Well, you can lock up my body, but you can't lock up my soul. I read that somewhere, and I like that a lot. So, with the tremendous success of My Own Prison by Creed, we at Rockline figured it was time to invite them back, and they accepted, and we're really glad about that. So let's welcome from Creed, Scott Stapp. Welcome back to the program, Scott.
What's up, man?
Rock and roll and ready to have a good time. Also, the other Scott in the band there with you, drummer Scott Phillips. Welcome to the show.
What's happening?
Talking to you guys, and guitarist and vocalist Mark Tremonti. Welcome to Rockline, Mark.
What's up, man?
Hoping to have a good time with you. Listen to you play live a little bit, play some recorded music. And you guys were back home in Tallahassee?
Absolutely.
Yeah, hope you're getting better weather than we are in Southern California. It stinks again out here, man. This El Nino stuff.
Sunny and 80 degrees.
No, I don't want to hear that. We're, Southern California, anything below 60, we're freezing. So it's about 59 right now, so we're wearing jackets out here. Congratulations on the platinum status of the album. That's just a remarkable achievement. You guys recorded this album for $6,000. You think you got your money's worth?
I wish that was all we ended up putting into it. We recorded our independent release for $6,000, and we ended up spending a little bit more money when we got a record deal and took it to a big studio and ran it through a bunch of machines to fatten it up a little bit. But yeah, it was basically, we didn't spend that much money.
It was a very good $6,000 demo.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know. But, you know, last time you were on Rockline, it was still at $6,000, so something really beefed it up, man.
Yeah, we just had it remixed, but it's still the same recordings.
Yeah, we had it remixed.
Basically, it's the same
$6,000
Those fancy producers, those fancy remixers cost a lot of money.
Yeah, the Saint.
Now, I would imagine the next album, you got a little more budget from the record company, and it'll be a little higher budget production, but is that always a good thing?
Yeah, it's going to sound pretty raw rock and roll, just like the first one did. We're not going to put all kinds of $1,000 processors in there to cover up anything. We're just a straightforward rock and roll band.
Yeah, it'll be more where we can do it all at once instead of having to save up, you know, our paychecks to pay for the CD like we did on the first one. You know, the record company's going to allow us to go in and you know, spend a month or two in the studio and get it all done at once, unlike how we did it last time.
Yeah, this last one took from, I guess, July of '96 to about January of '97, so it was like a 6-month process.
Man. I want to ask this of all three of you there tonight. How have things changed since the release of My Own Prison? First, on just a kind of a day-to-day basis, and secondly, on a grander scale. Mark, what about you?
Our lifestyle's changed. We've been out on the road. We're never around. It's just real busy is what we've been. That's the only way it's really changed. We've played the song a lot, so we didn't usually play it this much.
Scott Phillips, what about you? Any major changes for you?
About the same. About the same. We've just been away from home for a long time now. I guess the last time we talked to you was several months ago, and we've just been on the road solid since then.
Well, everybody seems to be in agreement on this. I'll throw it at Scott Stapp. Is this a good or a bad thing, these changes of being out on the road all the time?
Besides my new Rolls Royce and all the new gold jewelry,
Rolls Royce Yugo.
Yeah, nothing's really changed. I mean, you know, my life has changed a lot. I got married this year, and I have a child on the way. So, you know, my life has changed personally, but because of the success of the album, it's given me a lot more flexibility, just to pursue my dreams, you know, which is why we all did this. And the success is giving us a chance to pursue something that comfortably, you know, as opposed to you know, not knowing where our next meal is coming from. So that's how the success is made this basically a comfortable existence.
Well, let me remind you that any color Ferrari looks really good next to a Rolls. So just keep that in mind.
Tell Mark that. Mark's the Ferrari connoisseur. He's saving his pennies.
We're going to play Torn, which is just a smash, second in a row for you guys. Have you thought about releasing a third song? Thoughts about that, Ian?
Yeah, we're going to release track 9, which is What's This Life For?
What's This Life For, yeah.
That'll be out June 2nd. And then after that, we're probably going to release track 10. And then...
which would be
towards the next album.
10 is 1, yeah. Maybe we can get you to... Go ahead.
And then after 1, we're probably going to release maybe In America.
Boy, nice to have these choices, isn't it?
We'll see what happens. I mean, you never know. I mean, eventually we're going to need to get back in the studio and you know, write another album. You know, this album's been around for the band for a couple of years now, so you know, we're itching to get back in the studio. But you know, you can't just end the momentum right now when everything's going good. You got to keep pressing, and that's what we're doing.
You've got a lot of momentum with Torn going right now, and here it is on Rockline. From the album My Own Prison, Creed. Torn is the name of that song. Creed joining us tonight to take your calls, and a little later on, Jimmie's Chicken Shack will join us. If you'd like to speak with either of tonight's bands, just call us toll-free at 1-800-344-ROCK. That's 1-800-344-7625. It's Rockline, and it's brought to you by AT&T, and it's all within your reach.
Howie and Mike. You know, Howie, most calls from home cost less with AT&T One Rate than with 10321.
You guys...
Let's rejoin Bob and Creed as they discuss the splitting of the atom.
Yeah, that would be the topic tonight. By the way, if you want a 98 Rockline AT&T calendar, just send a postcard with your name, address, and the station you listen to Rockline on, and mail it to 98 Rockline Calendar, P.O. Box 4383, Hollywood, California 90078. They are provided by AT&T. Nazreen has the honor of the first call tonight from Orlando, Florida. You're on with Creed.
Hi.
What's up?
I just like to say you guys rock, and I love all your songs. Okay, here's my question. Do you write your songs through your own personal experiences? And if so, which song that you've written represents something most important that happened in your life?
Wow.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, you know, a lot of the songs are based on personal experiences or just thoughts that go through my mind at the time I'm writing the lyrics. One of the songs I think that means a lot to Mark and I both is What's This Life For? Because basically, you know, that was written at a time where we had both just lost a friend due to and it was kind of good to get those feelings out and basically just, you know, write a song so we could try to understand and figure out, you know, why, and to hopefully put ourselves in a position where we could tell someone, you know, not to do it again, or not to do it again, but to prevent someone from doing it.
And Nazreen, maybe we'll have Creed play that live for you a little later on tonight. Nazreen, I got a question for you. With so many bands coming out of Florida, Creed and Seven Mary Three and Mighty Joe Plum and all that, do you have a favorite? Is Creed your favorite?
Creed is my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to check on that. There we go. All right. Checks in the mail, Nazreen. Thanks for being on the air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guy, it's your turn. He's in Riverhead, New York. Hi.
How do you feel your music? Is it more metal or is it more alternative?
Well, listen to what's on alternative radio today, and then you decide. I would think that it's more metal and more rock than it is alternative.
Yeah.
That's just what I would think. You guys agree with me?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think it goes both ways, kind of like Brian.
By the way,
shout at the bass player.
Cheap shot at our bass player.
Brian Marshall, who's not there tonight, is pretty much fair game for the evening. Yeah, just set him up and knock him down there. Thanks for the call, Guy. Do you guys take exception when people try to compartmentalize your music or tag it or label it like that?
It doesn't bother me. I mean, people can say what they want, but if the song's touching them on a personal level or making them think or creating some kind of feeling inside of them when they hear it, then whatever they want to call it is fine. As long as it, is doing something like that, then that makes us happy.
Yeah. Your music does tend to touch people, especially the title track really opened things up for you guys. We have Diane on the line in Manchester, New Hampshire. Diane, you are on Rockline.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Hey, doing great.
How are you?
Everything okay?
Well, good.
I just wanted to say I'm your biggest fan in New Hampshire up here. My question is, I'm a letter writer. I just wondered if you ever read your fan mail, or does someone else do that for you?
Yes, we do. It's hard to keep up with all of it as of late because we've been getting so much. But what they do is they send us a big box of fan mail out on the road, and we all take turns going through it and reading it. And we actually have responded to some fan mail, and there's been some real cool stories and real situations that people have expressed to us that we felt like we wanted to step in and give some people some stuff and some merchandise and some hats and some pictures and just respond and have some communication. That's what music's about, and that's what we're about. And it's about communicating, and if we feel like we want to respond to someone and communicate with them, then that's what we're all about, man.
Yeah, talking to somebody on a personal level, that's always the great thing about this business. Is
We've
you
probably
actually
read
get
your
the chance
letter.
to do that.
They probably did read the letter, Diane. You get the letters delivered on the road, and certainly have access on the internet to the websites and things that have been created about the band. It must make you guys feel really good to know that a song like My Own Prison has touched people in such a personal fashion that the first time they hear it, they go, you know what, that's me. That's me there.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, it's hard sometimes for me to really understand or take credit for a lot of these songs that we write, because moments of inspiration come and it almost feels like something takes over you, and it's not actually you that's creating this thing that we call music. And so when someone says, thank you so much for writing this song, or I love this song so much, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I love this song too, and it helped me out. When I wrote My Own Prison, I wrote that at like 3 o'clock in the morning, the lyrics, and I didn't even know what I had written, and I got up the next day and read it, and it had that effect on me. So it's really weird sometimes how moments of inspiration can actually come back and speak to you, and so it's really hard to completely take credit for everything that's happened for us on a personal level, because I don't know where it comes from sometimes.
If you have just tuned in, it's Rockline. We are with Creed right now. A little later on, Jimmie's Chicken Shack, and I'm going to ask the guys in Creed to play live for us. You mentioned the song One a few moments ago, which is the last song on the CD. Why don't you give that a shot for us here?
Sure, man.
All right. Absolutely fabulous. Outstanding. Creed live on Rockline. One is the name of that song from their debut CD, My Own Prison. I got a call right now from the band's home city, the home of Florida State University, and Lindsay's home as well, at least in that area anyway, Tallahassee, Florida. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi. Hi. I just want to ask you, what inspired y'all to write In America?
In America, I was actually watching a movie. It was like an after-school special or something. After I got home from classes at Florida State, and the whole OJ thing was going on, and I was flipping through channels, and for some reason I just got the first lyric in my head. Only in America were slaves to be free. And that's usually how it starts for me. I would just get one line in my head, and then I'll go and start writing, and then the rest will just pour out, and then I'll go, okay, I need to go back and read that and see what I just wrote. And I think just basically, what was going on at the time in my life, and then this movie was kind of a real political kind of, let's question what's going on in our country kind of movie, and it just inspired me to write that song.
So there you go, Lindsay, and thanks for being on the program. We got to take a brief break. We'll be back with Creed in just one moment. Jimmie's Chicken Shack on a little later. I just love live radio. Lindsay calls in the telephone, gets uplinked on a satellite, downlink, goes to radio stations, and she's a couple of miles away from you guys. Unbelievable. More in just a minute on Rockline.
She'll probably see me at Walmart later.
Where can you find over? And now back to more fun and frivolity with your host, Bob Coburn, and musical guests, Creed.
And we are back with Creed, your number toll-free, 1-800-344-ROCK. We're just discussing the O.J. case in the break there, you know. Somebody said they think O.J. and his daughter did it? Did one of you guys say that? You were being facetious? Okay, all right, yeah. Just thought I'd embarrass you guys on the air while I had the chance here. Yeah. This week's feature, you know, they could be true, though. You never know. This week's featured Rockline Encore comes to us from Bad Religion. They joined us in the Rockline studios last week, and they wanted to know, here's the big question, you guys, what do you pack in your suitcase when you go on the road?
Clothes.
Every damn thing that you can possibly
Yes,
take with you.
we have real big suitcases. See, that's like a portable closet and Chester drawer set.
Yeah.
So like everything we can possibly fit in there.
Well, now Brian
has an inflatable male blow-up doll and a big thing of KY jelly. That's all Brian has.
That's all male.
My rule of thumb when you're packing is always pack the stuff that you can't buy somewhere. You know, stuff that you really want that you wouldn't be able to replace out on the road somewhere.
Yeah,
like
I
that,
stock up on toiletry items. Like I'm like a month in advance on my deodorant and shampoo and razors because I hate being in a strange town and running out of something like that and not being able to find it.
Good rock and roll and
stink, you know?
Good hygiene, too. There we go.
That's right.
That's what we want here. This week's Rockline Encore question was brought to you by Stars. Call your cable operator or your satellite provider to order Stars, the movie channel with movies too big to miss. I'm going to ask you guys to play live again. You also talked about this song rather reverently, that this was one of your favorites. What's This Life For? So Creed's going to play it live for you right now on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. Yeah, don't have to settle the score. What's This Life For? Creed live on Rockline. Nice job, gentlemen. Creed back in Tallahassee tonight. I'm Bob Coburn in the Rockline studio in Hollywood. And Brandon's patiently waiting his turn in Detroit. You're on the air now, Brandon.
Hey, what's going on? When I saw you guys in Detroit a few weeks ago, you said you just found out your wife was pregnant and you wrote a song for your unborn child. I was wondering what the name was.
That song is called With Arms Wide Open, and that'll be on our next album.
And I assume that is Scott Stapp that is speaking?
Yes.
Yeah, because you had mentioned earlier that you had just gotten married, so, yeah. Well,
Right.
congratulations.
Well, I got married in January, and we found out in, mid-February or March that she had gotten pregnant, so right around like our honeymoon time.
She had gotten pregnant.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It kind of caught us by surprise. We were going to start trying in July, and but we just got given a gift, and so it's great.
Well, obviously you started trying long before then.
well, you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
We were going to end the birth control methods in July.
Yeah, yeah. So that's one song, and Scott Phillips, something I read about you, you said that you've been working on 3 or 4 new songs on stage even, one called The Young Grow Old and Beautiful. Is that the case?
Scott Stapp or Scott Phillips?
I read that Scott Phillips said that, but it might be Scott Stapp, so I'll throw it at either of the
Not
Scotts.
that I'm personally working on it, but yeah.
The band Creed, right. Yes. It would be this rock and roll band that you're in. Yeah.
We're going to hand it over to Phillips to do
we've been doing, actually we've been doing 4 or 5 new songs, and rotating a couple other ones, just to kind of lengthen the set. We've only got 10 songs on the album, and if people are coming out to see a show, you want to give them, a good hour to hour and a half worth of entertainment. So we've been doing a lot of new stuff, and as we write things, get excited about them, then we'll play them out that night. So
there you go. Brandon, thanks for being on. Anna is in Dayton, Ohio, and it's your turn, Anna.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I saw you, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to see you in about 2 weeks here coming up soon in Cincinnati, and your opening act, Cool for August, got booed off the stage. And I was just wondering how that made you guys feel when that happened.
It's terrible.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, we really, really love those guys, and Gordon is become a really good friend of everyone in this band. And
Gordon and actually all the guys.
And all the
really
guys
got
in the
to know
band.
him, Andrew and Shane.
And, you know, we don't condone that at all. And there's really nothing we can do about it except maybe next time run out on stage and go, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah.
But, you know, what do you do? I mean, what were you telling me, Mark? Alice in Chains got oranges and eggs.
Yeah,
and
I saw Alice in Chains play with Slayer and Megadeth, and they just got booed.
Yeah,
This
I
was
mean,
before they were big and all, but you look at a band like that gets booed. So
it
Cool
happens.
Frog's guys can't take it.
Yeah, it's going to happen to almost anybody, especially depending on who you're booked with. If people come to see
like,
another
if we
band,
opened up for a Cool for August crowd, they might boo us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
it just, you know, it depends on the crowd, and we, you know, we really felt bad when we heard that happened, and you know, but there's really nothing we can do about it.
And a good call, though, and thanks for being on Rockline. We have one more call for you guys before it's unfortunately time to say goodbye. It's Lori in Edmonton, Alberta. Hi, Lori, and welcome to Rockline.
Hi, love you guys. Think you're great.
Thank you.
Got a couple questions. One, I'd like to know, do any of you use stage names? And who's the guy on your album cover?
The guy on the album cover is a buddy of ours from Fort Lauderdale. He's an accountant.
Yeah, we were throwing rocks
yeah.
at him one day, and I was like, get a camera. And we took a picture of him. Stage names, yeah, we do have stage names, actually.
I'm True.
Mark, the guitar player, is True. Brian
Willie.
is Willie. Sometimes retard.
Sometimes.
And
Sometimes in absentia.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Scott, we just call him Phillips.
Yeah.
And just call me Scott or Stapp.
Stapp.
I don't really have a stage name.
No, just
Some people call me the Champ.
Yeah. There we go. I was going to say Tree or something, but you come up with a Champ. There we go.
the
Champ.
Mark's like, no, the Chump.
Oh,
Were those
man.
donuts Little Champ?
Yeah.
Little Champ donuts.
Little
Well,
Champ?
Scott and Mark, thank you very much for being on, and tell Brian that he really wasn't missed at all. So, you know.
Tell him and his blow-up male.
We look forward to having you guys on again. Thanks for coming back a second time for My Own Prison, and good luck on the next album. You got an open invite to come to Rockline anytime you want, all right?
Thank you.
Thanks,
man.
guys. We're going to play the title track of Creed's CD, My Own Prison. What a great song this is on Rockline.
Hi, this is Alex and Eddie from Van Halen. We'll be taking your calls live next Monday night right here on Rockline.
And also coming up soon, Lenny Kravitz, Semisonic, and Third Eye Blind. Right now, I would like to introduce a band with a great new CD that's out. In fact, when I heard the new CD from Jimmie's Chicken Shack was called Pushing the Salmonella Envelope, I made reservations for dinner and a show immediately. And Rockline would like to welcome from the band Shay Lemon. Welcome to Rockline.
What's up?
Not much. How you doing? And we also have Jimmie Haha.
Greetings.
Vocalist and guitarist for the band. Dave Dowling, guitarist for the group.
How are you?
And back in his own room in Jim World is Jim Chaney in the drum kit back there. Nice to see you. First thing I'll throw at you guys, what the heck is mutt rock? You guys call yourselves mutt rock. What is that?
It's just a mixture of everything. It's just a combination of all types of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a dog would be, a dog being a mutt.
Yeah, I mean, everybody always, they've never been able to really tag us, with something, what do they sound like? And they'd always either come up with, bands from all over the place or, just say that you sound, like your own sound, so you kind of figured mutt rock.
Nothing wrong with sounding like yourselves. Nothing wrong with that at all, huh? So, Che, the story true that Harlem Restaurant was named Jimmie's Chicken Shack, and that's where the name of the band came
it was
from?
out of an autobiography of Malcolm X, and it was a restaurant that he worked before he turned Muslim.
Really?
So, yeah.
What was he doing there? Any idea?
Actually, it was more like hanging, like just chilling out in the shadier days.
So it's kind of a cool place to be there.
Yeah,
hang
it
out.
was like the hip hangout.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. How did you become Jimmie Haha? I mean, I got to ask you this.
Well,
I mean, how'd you become Jimmie Haha?
It was actually quite a few years ago, and this guy, we were playing pool in Baltimore, and I don't know, he called for a safety, and he missed. He's took a long time to set up on the shot, and he was this big, old guy's fingers are as thick as my neck, and he missed his shot, and I just laughed. I guess I laughed at a lot of stuff, and the next day he saw my friend and was like, "Where's your friend Jimmie? Ha ha!" And I don't know. I thought it was silly.
I guess Smashing Pumpkins, Jimmie Eha was already taken, so you had to go Jimmie Ha Ha.
It was Jimi Hendrix, Jimmie Ha Ha.
So Jim back on the drums. We got enough Jims going here, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, we're working on it pretty well here. How'd you guys end up on Elton John's label? And has anybody gotten to meet him yet?
We met him once. It was pretty surreal.
Yeah. He's for real?
He's nice.
Yeah.
He's chill.
What do you think of his music?
Grew up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know anybody that doesn't know Elton John's music, He once called it disposable pop. Do you think that that's accurate, or there's a little more depth to it?
It hasn't been disposed of yet, has it?
No, it's still clanking around out there, isn't it? Yeah. And some of the stuff has become classic music, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that he had a record label. How long have you guys been signed to it?
I guess
About a year and a half.
About a year?
Something like that. Who knows?
He started in '78, I think.
When did we do that?
You guys have already had a couple of songs that have made it big on radio on this CD, Dropping Anchor and High. The next track, which comes out for ads for radio and in a couple of weeks, is Blood, which is, Jimmie, I guess one of the more serious songs on the album, isn't it? The album kind of goes back and forth between a lot of fun and frivolity and some serious issues.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's more of a, because it's really one of the lighter songs, like musically and sounding-wise, it's kind of a fun, up tune, but I guess the subject matter is kind of dark. So.
Well, don't you find that a good way to balance dark music lyrically is with kind of an upbeat sound that kind of counterbalances itself?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And, a little bit of humor never hurts anybody. So.
And it ends up sounding something like this on Rockline. Blood is the name of that song. Jimmie's Chicken Shack, the band, and Pushing the Salmonella Envelope is the name of the CD. So if you just joined us, that's what's going on. It's Rockline in progress. Your number's toll-free, 1-800-344-ROCK. I'm Bob Coburn. There really is a serious undertone in that song that, to me, has to do with AIDS and safe sex. And would you agree with that, Jimmie?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to go on record with that. It's not just a total goof or anything like that. You ready for calls? Ready to take some phone calls here?
Did somebody call us?
No, but we're working on getting some people to get
You got somebody in the studio. What's up?
We have our stunt callers lined up here. Yeah. Now, we got a ton of calls for you guys, beginning with the call from Roanoke, Virginia. His name is Danny. Welcome to Rockline.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up?
Hey, listen, what has been your biggest Spinal Tap moment to date?
Spinal Shack moment. What would it be? Come on, quick.
New Orleans. That felt kind of Spinal Shacky.
What happened there?
The filming the shoot. I mean, as much fun as it was, just faking it there in front of all these street musicians. We had to do a video thing, so we're like ad-libbing it, and there's all these incredible street musicians kicking around, just like looking at us like, what are you guys
We're like,
doing?
we can really play, mate. We're kinda. Here's a buck. Thanks.
You're faking it, and they're all thinking, we can really play this, man. Yeah. That's good. Thanks for the call there to Baltimore, Maryland, which is almost home turf for you guys.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, back at home.
That's my hometown.
We have Corinne on the line. Hi.
Corinne.
Hey, what's up? I used to see you guys at 8x10.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, and I was wondering what happened to Jim McD.
Jim, right around the time when we started touring around the country, he just basically decided not to come around with us. I guess he decided for other options. So we ended up got with us real quick, and it was like, God, we practiced I think once, and went out on the road. So
with a name like Dave Dowling, you got to be Double D. There's no doubt about that. Plus, there were just too darn many Jims in the band. It becomes a problem after a while when you have to have a program to identify the members of the band here. From Kansas City, it's Chris. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
All right. How you?
What's up?
Hey, Chris.
I was wondering if you guys, I'm sorry, do fans give you chicken-related things as gifts?
Chicken legs or anything?
Chicken ribs.
Yeah. And materials. How many rubber chickens have you guys gotten? Any at all?
Actually, I haven't gotten any. Have you? Yeah.
I have one sitting on my amp right now.
So, actually, what was the city that these guys always brought us a bucket of chicken to eat?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Pittsburgh. Those guys. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Chicken guys. What's up out
Thanks
there?
for the chicken.
What's up with the chicken thing?
I don't know. Where did they get that? Jim, our drummer, has been wondering that for the past couple of weeks. He's like,
I got to move the curtain so I can see Jim there. Yeah. All right, there you go. Welcome to the program.
Every time we show up somewhere, there's like some kind of chicken thing going on, and he can't figure out.
He can't figure out what it is. Yeah. Well, with all the Jimmies and the chickens, somebody ought to be able to figure out something going on here. You guys are going to play live, so why don't you stand up and go grab instruments and gear and this and that and everything. And of course, Jim in the drum room's got pretty much an advantage on you since he's already set up and ready to go. You guys got to grab gear and everything. The brand new CD, again, is Pushing the Salmonella Envelope by Jimmie's Chicken Shack. And the first song they're going to play live, you probably have heard on the radio before, but this will be the exclusive Rockline version for you right now of Dropping Anchor.
Dropping Anchor.
Jimmie's Chicken Shack live on Rockline. Dropping Anchor is the name of that song, and you're getting a rousing round of applause from the crew in the other room in there. Good job there, you guys. Want more live rock and roll? Want more phone time with Jimmie's Chicken Shack? Just call 1-800-344-ROCK. We'll be back with the guys in just one moment with another live song for you right after this.
You're not afraid of it. That candy bar in the shiny orange wrapper. Reese's Nut.
And now, let's enjoy more of the musical stylings from Jimmie's Chicken Shack.
That and much more tonight on Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn from Harker Heights, Texas. We have Tasha on the line. Hi, Tasha.
Hi.
Greetings.
You're on the air with Jimmie's Chicken Shack.
Hi.
I'd like to know where you got the name for the new CD, and which band or musical artist do y'all guys look up to?
Well, the name for the record kind of came from just, like, through the years, whenever we were sending out demos and stuff, we'd put them in a manila envelope and fill them with feathers, so, like, the feathers would linger around and remind people about our band. And so we just figured, we're on Rocket Records, pushing the envelope is like a space term, and we just kind of made this giant circular pun. And
before we go any further, cover art.
Yeah.
What is that coming out of there?
Those are feathers.
So that is the feathers.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I like to ask these things just to make sure. Who do you guys look up to? And let's go around the room on this. We'll start with Che.
Musically?
Yeah.
I like bands like Poor Righteous Teachers. They're like a hip-hop band. Talks about some really cool stuff.
Jimmie?
Right now, the things that I listen to are Willie Nelson, Ani DeFranco, and Skeleton Key.
Man, talk about diverse taste. Dave, what about you?
Well, take all that and then throw in, like, I don't know, like when I was young, Guitar Gods, and now, like, anything that doesn't really have to do with those kind of things. So it's
kind of grew out of that.
Yeah, I grew out of that.
Jim, what about you?
Foo Fighters, Sneaker Pimps, and Propellerhead.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Also on the album, there are a couple of numbers on here. There's a 23 down below the feathers, and there's a 420 over here.
Yeah, that would be there too.
Yeah. What is the 420?
420? I don't know. It's just like
420.
Yeah.
Someone was like, put that on there.
Yeah.
It's just a little, like to have things hidden.
Yeah.
Semi-hidden.
Well,
the Division 23 is a snowboard company.
Okay, there you go. And the 420 isn't that hidden anymore, you guys.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, we'll give you 419 if you got him in.
Right, exactly.
You guys want to play
421, I can't find my letter.
And what were we talking about?
Nothing.
How about some more live rock and roll? Jimmie's Chicken Shack, my guest right now on Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn, and this is also off the brand new CD, and this is a song called Another Day that they're going to play live for you. And full band electric right here in the Rockline studios. So anytime you guys want to play, just take it away.
Hook us up, Jim.
Excellent. I love that. Another day live in the Rockline studio, Jimmie's Chicken Shack. Good job, you guys. Way to go. We'll have you play another live one in just a second here. Jimmie, why don't you sit down? We'll take some more phone calls. We have Diane on the line in Manchester, New Hampshire. Hi, Diane.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's up?
Hey, ha-ha.
What's going on?
How you doing? Just want to comment on that show. I just caught it in Concord there. You know who was calling? I have to ask you guys a question, they said, so I'm going to.
Right on.
My question is about that song, High. My favorite song, of course. I'm wondering, was that written about anything in particular, or just what I think it was written about?
I mean, it was written, I guess, from a few different perspectives, really. It was the first tune we ever wrote, and when we had taken a trip out to Portland. Some friends of ours back in Baltimore had gotten kind of tied up with heroin. It kind of bummed us out, you know, and so a lot of that is kind of the perspective of like, why would somebody need to do that to get high or low or whatever it is, and so, you know, it came from a few different perspectives, really.
Boy, am I glad to hear you say that. I mean, you know, having fun and partying a little bit's one thing, but, you know, it's the road to death.
Yeah,
it's just, it's a one-way street.
And we've seen it do that. So.
Repeatedly, over and over and over again. So thanks for saying that on Rockline. There you go, Diane. You got your question on the air. Obviously a big fan of the band. Do you guys know her or remember her from the show?
She's the T-shirt girl. They always come out with the two T-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, right on. They've made like personal T-shirts like we came out to the show. Exactly.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. We got Jamie in Richmond, Virginia. Hi, Jamie. It's your turn.
I just wanted to say you played a good show at Tracks last month, guys.
Oh, right on.
Thank you.
It's a fun club.
And I want to know, is there anything you wouldn't do for success and fame?
Anything we wouldn't do?
Yeah.
Wow. No, we're pretty much complete whores. No.
That's why they call him Jimmie Ha-Ha, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. Probably, I imagine we wouldn't do something that like made us completely unhappy. I would imagine, 'cause, you know.
You do some outrageous things though, like go on Jerry Springer 4 times.
You know, that was all in the spirit of free food.
In the spirit of free food.
I'll do anything in the spirit of free food. I mean, come on.
All this controversy is going on right now, and everything. Was it scripted? Was it staged? Was it?
Oh, everything's true on TV.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, I believe everything I see on TV. Yeah.
I didn't throw any punches.
You turn on ER. Those people are really sick. You know. Yeah,
it's
it
all
really
real.
bums you out.
It's all real.
Any hair pulling instructions or anything?
No, I didn't. There was no beating up.
And what was your topic?
I believe my girlfriend was in the sex industry, and I disapproved.
You disapproved?
Yeah, right.
We'll talk later about that, okay? you and I are going to have to go out on the balcony and have a little discussion here,
now,
Jimmy.
Jim, it's time we sit down and figure this out, okay?
We had Ron Jeremy, the porn star, in here one night with Lemmy from Motorhead. And I said, how many films you been in? He said, you wouldn't believe me. I said, now, come on. 1,400.
Wow. And that's just films he's been in.
That's just films he's been in. Yeah. Think about that. Okay. How many times did the camera not roll?
What else has he been?
Let's take a call from Oklahoma City. It's Eric's turn. Eric, you're on Rockline.
Yeah. Who else did we dedicate your album to?
We dedicated the record to 2 friends of ours. Chapman was a good friend of ours who ended up... just kind of, it was time for him to be gone from this plane. So, and Straz, who helped us record our first tape, and he was really big in the music scene in like the East Coast, and they were just, it was a big part of our history. So,
I would also like to, on a personal note, thank you for the dedication on the album to me.
Oh,
that's on here. I really appreciate that a lot.
You were there from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
He used to carry our amps for us.
I sometimes go as your name here.
All right.
Yeah, the band left a space, if you haven't seen the CD, just a blank, and also special thanks to your name here, so I wrote my name. So
right
thank you very much. Somebody mentioned Hi a moment ago, and we got time for you to play that before.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is going to be a very quick segment with you guys because things are going so well. So why don't you get a little libation there. Non-alcoholic, by the way, I might mention that Jimmy is imbibing on right now. And setting up one more time, Jimmie's Chicken Shack playing live for you again on Rockline. 3 songs. That's cool stuff. This was the song that really, I guess, broke the CD open for you, right?
Yeah, it's the first tune we released, and it's the first song we wrote as a band, actually.
And now this is the Rockline version for you on the Global Satellite Network. Keep it in high with Jimmie's Chicken Shack on Rockline, and Bob Coburn will return in just one moment on the Global Satellite Network.
Rockline. And now we return to Rockline and Bob Coburn for more trademark comedy with Jimmie's Chicken Shack.
Yeah, we've exhausted all the chicken jokes and the Jimmy jokes and everything else tonight, so we're going to have a John joke now. Not a joke at all, but here's John from Kansas City. How you doing, John?
Oh, pretty good, man.
What's up?
What's going on?
Kansas.
Oh, nada, man. Just sitting there hanging out, jamming.
Cool. Well, what's your question for Jimmie's Chicken Shack?
Well, I was wondering, do they play any of the cover songs live? And if not, or if so, which is their favorite?
You guys ever play any cover songs at all?
Not really.
We
I mean,
mess around.
Yeah, here and there we might like really beat up somebody's song, but like for about 10 minutes, you know. We've been known to do, you know, a little tribute here and there to people, but I don't know if they'd feel tributed, but whatever.
It's in our own way.
It's not, you know.
Well, it's a fine line between rip-off and tribute, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is, you know. You wouldn't do one chord for us, would you?
One chord.
Oh, that's part of React.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of a song. You want us just to break right into the middle of the song?
Sure, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Curious to hear this, yeah. All right, here we go. Just a touch of One Chord by Jimmie's Chicken Shack.
You could start a beat.
Just hook us up with the middle of React in one chord.
Jim's on the drum kit going, you got to be kidding me, man.
Yeah, the name of this song, it's called One Chord, and there's one chord in it. Yeah, the name of this song, it's called One Chord, and there's one chord in it. And we don't have to change. We don't have to change. Hey, we're the ones on the radio, and you're going to have to basically come here and try to make us change. Yeah, the name of this song, it's called One Chord, and there's one chord in it.
Thank everybody for listening and for calling tonight. I'd also like to thank Barry Lyons at Rocket Records, Jimmie's Chicken Shack's wonderful road crew, Jeff Cameron, also to Jamie Rebon, and all the folks at Wind Up. I'm BC. Thanks to Jimmie's Chicken Shack. And it's just one chord, but it's a damn good one. I'm BC, and I'll be seeing you next week.
Listening to another fabulously entertaining and award-winning episode of Rockline, brought to you by AT&T. It's all within your reach. By the Air Force, Aim High, Air Force, and by Alpine Electronics. Alpine, your car is ready. The superior sound of Rockline was made possible in part by Tello Zephyr, Mackie Mixers, and Sennheiser mics. Thanks to Dee Dee Ehrlich, Felicia Bihar, Steve Lincoln, Lynn Sanchez, and Scott Killam for their studio assistance. Rockline is engineered by Jimmy Rash. Technical direction by Greg Jernigan. Associate producer Catherine Turman. Rockline is produced by Dominic Griffin. Executive producer Howard Gilman. Rockline is an exclusive presentation of the Global Satellite Network.